Angels are a classic creature type, and I've always wanted a cool angel deck. Here's my take on a mono white angel deck in Pauper. This, however, is not a perfect deck. In fact, it's a deck proposal. I want your feedback on the deck and what I got wrong in the comments. Segovian Angel is a sweet 1/1 with flying and vigilance that I had to put in the deck. 4 copies of this will make sure we have some evasion early on in the game and a consistent blocker as well. Angelic Curator is a 1/1 with flying as well, and it also has the added bonus of having protection from artifacts. Maybe not as useful all the time, but why sideboard an angel? There are 4 of these. Now, the mana cost on this one is deceiving. Technically it's 4, but we can pay 1 and a white, so that's 2, and exile a creature from our graveyard to get Stalwart Valkyrie out fairly early on. Due to this, there are 4 in the deck. We also have a way of filling the graveyard with creatures like Winged Shepherd. It has flying and vigilance, but more importantly, it has cycling. A 3/3 for 6 is horrible, but being able to have 4 of these to cycle at any given moment is kind of nice. And again, it helps cast Valkyrie. Next is Seraph of Dawn, which is pretty simple. It's a 2/4 with flying and lifelink, which isn't that terrible. A medium toughness and a lifelink just makes this worth it in my opinion. There are 4 of these in the deck. And of course, where would any white angel deck be without 4 copies of Inspiring Overseer, another flyer that gains us 1 life and draws us a card when it enters the battlefield. Moving on to a flavorful card, we have 4 copies of Scroll of Avacyn, who is of course an angel. It's a simple artifact that costs 1, and then we can sacrifice it for another 1 to draw a card. That alone isn't perfect, but the fact that we can also gain 5 life when we control an angel makes this card worth it. Okay, a couple of utility pieces come next. Family Reunion is a temporary Anthem combat bonus for all our flyers, but it also doubles as a protection spell, granting all our creatures hexproof for the turn. There are 4 of these in the deck because you know I love the combat bonuses. I love this card because of the flexibility. 2 copies of Dawn Charm are very helpful. They can fog, regenerate a creature, or even counter a spell that targets us. I don't know, like a Chainer's Edict or something. Now, in order to remove some things off the side of our opponent's board, 4 Journey to Nowheres get the job done just right. Exiling creatures until it leaves, which may be never. What a strong card for this format. For our lands, we have 16 Plains, as well as 2 Kabira Crossroads for some extra life gain. And then there are 4 Seraph Sanctuaries, of course, because I'd be a moron not to put them in. ETB gain a life, but it also gains us life every time an angel enters? Fabulous card. For a sideboard, there may be too much removal? I don't know, you tell me. 2 copies of each of these, Destroy Evil and Reprisal, destroying either a large power or a large toughness creature, depending on what you need, plus Destroy Evil can possibly destroy an enchantment. Speaking of, there are 4 disenchants to do just that, or destroy an artifact. 4 copies of Celestial Flare are really neat as well, having our opponent sacrifice an attacking or blocking creature. And lastly, 3 Tormod's Crypts for the graveyard hate, of course. What do you think? I know I got a lot of stuff wrong in this deck. I just have this feeling. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you to my Patreon supporters, and thank you. If you see any cards you liked from this deck, be sure to order them through the TCGplayer affiliate link in the description below, and make sure you join me next week for your weekly dose of magic.